Guys, so Dr. Parakala Prabhakar is here with us, and he came on my channel exactly a year ago in September. And back then, things were different for me at least. I wanted to start there because I know you came on my channel and you explained how about 80 seats in the 2024 elections were stolen, right? I have to admit, I had told you this. I was like 60% okay with what you were saying, but 40% skeptical. An year later, I find myself being 95% sure about what you are saying. 5% still skeptical because 100% is never good. So, what has changed for you in this last 1 year?
Meghnad, when some of us, I mean, I was not the only one who flagged this issue. In fact, there were two very important groups which worked on it. One was Vote for Democracy.
Yeah.
VF. The other one, of course, is the ever vigilant ADR, Association for Democratic Reforms. They were highlighting many irregularities in the not only 2024 but 2019 also. But let's limit ourselves to 2024. 2024, this huge amount of irregularities. I will, and then when we started talking about this, I mean, if you did not believe us much, I mean, who would believe us?
I mean, honestly, it did
Yeah,
seem
you
a
were
little.
60% or even probably less. Because you are talking to me, you are saying 60%, but many people did not even believe even to that extent. If you have believed in me for say about 60% or so, it's the very high score
Right.
at that time.
Yeah.
But you see, what was surprising then for us was the entire evidence and data was hidden in plain sight.
Hmm.
Okay, the entire thing has changed now. It has become center stage. It's become a talking point, a discussion point. After the LOP, the leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi's press conference on the 7th of August.
Yes.
But you see, what he has done, he has approached it from a completely different point of view. He looked at the voter lists and the tampering of the voters lists, and there are many irregularities there. You have so many house numbers zero, and in one house there were 200, 380, 70, 40 people staying.
Yeah.
And when you go there, when reporters go there, there's nobody there. And some of them were gyms and bars and, all the breweries and kind of
Yes.
thing. That is one. And that was a very laborious thing that he has undertaken. We should appreciate that. But what people like us relied on was the Election Commission's own data of polling.
Right. Right.
I'll just recap what we talked about a year ago. You might have forgotten.
Yeah.
But I'll just recap that. You see, what happened was that, at the end of poll on a day, the Election Commission gives you a provisional figure.
Hmm.
And then at the end of the day before midnight, they give you another figure. They're supposed to give you a final figure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually that's what. And the reason
This is the figure that goes on the form 17C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then the collection of those forms and all that, it probably takes time. So provisionally, immediately, the polling officer, the presiding officer, gives a message to the election commission, the state election commissioner, and then the state election commissioner gives the message to the central election, the chief election commission of India, and then we get a provisional figure.
Correct.
But what happened in 2024 is that the first phase of polling, you get the provisional figure.
Right.
And the final figure you get after 11 days.
Correct. After 11 days, I remember this. And this was very strange because, traditionally, Election Commission has given the figure the very next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next day maximum, even when we had very bad infrastructure,
Right.
even bullock carts were used to go and come back, and you had absolutely poor telephone lines, no internet at all. So, in fact, people used to book trunk calls and shout, and people used to joke, if you shout that much, you don't need a line. Probably the next
Sorry to hear it. Yeah.
guy might even hear you, what you are saying. That kind of an infrastructure also did not take a day or
Even
more than a
then.
day, even then. But today, with this kind of infrastructure, with high speed internet, and digital India,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
you are taking 11 days to give the final figure.
That's
Okay,
very ridiculous, actually. And also, I remember you also telling me, and back then, was that on the final day, I believe, on the seventh phase, they released the figures after the results.
yes,
Yeah.
that is another one.
Hmm.
And there is we had 7 phases. Meghnath, I must.
Sorry, can I interrupt you here? Can you also explain why there were seven phases? Because I remember you telling us back then. I'm wondering if the answer has changed now.
You see, now look at
Hmm.
you have Andhra Pradesh
Yes.
25,
Yes.
Tamil Nadu 39.
Correct.
They have one phase election.
Right.
25 Andhra Pradesh is one phase, one day. Neighboring Odisha
Hmm.
with 21 has 4 days, four
Yes,
phases.
4 phases. 21 seats, 4 phases.
25 seats, one phase.
Yeah, that's true. I think
And,
even Tamil
and
Nadu,
Tamil
which has
Nadu,
39 seats,
Tamil
it is
Nadu
one phase.
39,
Yeah,
one.
one.
And Bihar,
Right, Bihar.
with just one more, you have 7 phases.
Yeah, I found it strange. Actually, I made a chart. Like my friend, my researcher Atharva, he also made like an entire chart on this because I know we would be talking about this. What I'm seeing is, if we count, let's say from Jharkhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, they each had 4 to 7 phases. And it weirdly seems like these are the states that the BJP is interested in. And because I mean, let's say Tamil Nadu, which you said 39 seats, one phase. This is not a seat that they were expecting to gain much. And
Exactly.
the most which they were expecting to gain was Uttar Pradesh, of course. But the second which they were on a rise was West Bengal and Bihar, the three, right? The three big populated states, those go into 7 phases.
Yes.
But consequently, Maharashtra also, if you look at it, it's 5 phases. It's very strange. How did they come up with this?
And it's completely illogical.
Yeah.
Even today, the election commission doesn't come down and tell you this is the logic behind the phasing of the elections.
Hmm.
And you see what happened. You see who decided these phases,
Right.
and what was the discussion that took place.
What was the
Because
reason behind it?
every public institution will have to maintain a file and file notings.
Correct. Correct.
And if you ask the election commission to give us the under RTI, if you ask them, they would say the information is not available. You see, election commission even told Mr. Venkatesh Naik, who's a human rights and information activist, when he asked for the contact numbers and names of the returning officers,
Hmm.
the election of Commission of India said they didn't have. Who ran the elections?
Yeah.
Right?
Like even this basic information they can't give.
They don't have.
I think one more story which is now doing the rounds. I will believe Anjali Bharadwaj filed an RTI asking for the reasoning behind the Bihar
Yes,
SIR, right? And because the election commission has said in court that they have done an independent study or whatever they call it, so they asked for that, which is, what is the study, give it to us. They said no such information exists. How is this a thing? I'm so confused.
And you see, this is one. And we must talk about second phase
Yes.
for a while. Yeah. Second phase is very unique in the history of elections in the world,
Okay.
because even today, it's more than 1 year after the elections are over, we do not have constituency-wise data, provisional data for phase two, even today.
They just didn't release it.
No, they didn't. They only release the final data.
Oh.
So you do not know what was the preliminary, and how much is the difference between the preliminary and the final figure. We don't know.
Correct, yeah.
Even today we don't have.
Why
So
though?
no explanation.
Which were the states that went for elections in phase 2, if I may ask?
There are many, but you see, why is it very important?
Hmm.
Because the strike rate of the BJP NDA in phase two is extraordinary.
Okay.
I'll give you just a hint. 8 seats in Uttar Pradesh went to polls in second phase.
Right.
8 out of 8 went to BJP NDA.
Okay.
And if you want, I can give you the full
So
details.
in chat also they're saying Odisha, Maharashtra, Karnataka had all gone like phases.
Here,
Yeah.
major chunk
Hmm.
of the seats that have gone to polls in phase two, they've gone in favor of the.
So it's you are saying that it was an unusual strike rate. Matlab, the
Very,
number of seats that they fought versus the one they won. So it was an unusual spike in it.
extraordinary strike
Okay.
rate.
Okay.
And I want you to contrast that with the states where, in the phases, where the hike was minimum or
Okay.
under reasonable limit. You
Okay.
see, historically in India, the discrepancy between the provisional figure and the final figure has never ever been more than 1%.
Right.
Now you have, in this election, 2024, Andhra Pradesh had seen a hike of 12.54%.
12.
12.54%.
Okay.
Odisha had seen 12.48%.
12.48. That's insane. Yeah.
Bihar had seen 3.3 and Haryana 6.45.
Hmm.
Madhya Pradesh 3.5. Telangana 4.28%. Assam 9.17%.
Oh wow.
Arunachal 12.22%. Gujarat 3.37%. Kerala 6.17%. This is the now let me give you an idea of what happened in UP. Second phase we talked about.
Yes.
Third, fourth, because it had 7 phase elections.
Correct.
Now third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
Right.
The hike was third phase 0.2%.
Okay.
2%.
Within limit, like normal.
Much less than within normal.
Much less than
Much
normal.
is reasonable.
Reasonable. Okay.
And, last minute, from a remote area, somebody
Sure.
comes and says, "This is the list." And phase 4, 0.34%.
Okay.
Phase 5, 0.23%.
Okay.
Phase 6, 0.01%. Phase 7, 0.25%. All under 0.5%.
Right.
All under 0.5%. Not even 1%. Not even it, no none of these five phases touched
Right.
even half a percent. And then you know what happened?
Hmm.
The NDA BJP tally from 67, 64 had come down to 36.
Right.
And so the conclusion is inevitable, Meghnath, that the bigger the hike, the higher the strike rate of BJP.
Correct.
Lower the hike, the lower the
Strike rate of BJP. Right. So this
they,
was the I remember us talking about this because this was Vote for Democracy data, and bunch of people have done this analysis. My uh, See, you guys have done this meta analysis, and I think that is what was taken forward by someone like a Rahul Gandhi and even a Akhilesh Yadav. And now they have gone very granular, I would say. Right? Are you seeing some connections between the two? Right. So, like what Rahul Gandhi says, like how fake voters are there. He says that there are 1 lakh suspicious voters in Mahadevpura, for example. Are both of these things connected? The hike in the provisional figures versus the real figures, and this what Rahul Gandhi is saying.
they are connected in the sense. Now, for instance, you see, if the LOP's point that Meghnad is registered in 7 booths.
Correct.
Okay. And if the election commission says that was not deleted, but he did not exercise his franchise in other things, only one he exercised. That's what they're saying. I mean, I don't want to take names, so I took your name.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
But the point is this. Nobody is saying that the same person had gone and voted in 7 booths. But somebody must have, because there is provision.
Actually, Rahul Gandhi did show one case with this Shakun Rani where there were 2 tick marks.
But the thing is, you tick marks are there, but the person might not have gone.
Sure. I agree. I mean, it's a 70-year-old woman. She won't go to like 2-3 booths to vote.
If you force me that Shakun Rani had gone to more than 1 booth and voted, and force me to give an affidavit on that, what is the
That's true.
Okay. Now, first of all, I wanted to say this much earlier when we started. First of all, thank you for not insisting on an affidavit when I talk.
Yes. We should all follow this practice now, I feel like.
Whenever you meet a friend, just say, I'm not going to give any affidavit.
Right. Yeah, correct.
I'm doing this already.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not asking for one. It's okay.
Now, let me go. Let's go back to the LOP's points. See, what we did was the data which is in plain sight. First of all, the Election Commission has to come out and explain, give us a credible explanation of why in Andhra Pradesh the provisional data and the final data had a difference of 12.58.
Right.
They have to.
First question, yeah.
First, they have not done it.
Yeah.
So far, they have not done it. It's more than 1 year. And here comes another angle to it. That look, there are so many voters, multiple entries, people who had registered, first-time voters aged 70, 80,
yes,
or even 100. And then you had 0 house numbers, you had no photographs. You explain that. My point is that, Meghnad, I must say this to you and to your viewers. I don't care who wins.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Fair.
If I don't like a particular political ideology, I will fight it.
Of course.
But if, except me, everybody agrees to it, but I will try and work on people to say that, look, this is not ideal for India.
Correct.
That's my political work.
And also then you leave it to them to exercise their right to vote.
But then if somebody, either somebody whom I like or a platform which I like, wins by fraud, I don't agree.
Correct.
Okay, let me make that clear.
Sorry,
Now,
just one interruption. One of my friends was giving me this very interesting analogy. I'm just assuming here that, let's say, BJP has stolen the election and won, right? Even their most ardent supporters will not like that, because then the feeling of actually winning an election just goes away.
oh yes, it's like this. For instance, you must be watching Wimbledon.
Yes. I mean, not personally, but sure.
Yeah, okay. Wimbledon, I mean, finals. The winner of the finals is given a
Yeah.
shield.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then he lifts it up, and thousands and hundreds of people click cameras, world international media, and all that, and there's a lot of pride in it.
Hmm.
Meghna, it doesn't cost more than ₹1,00,000, that shield.
Sure.
But because you have ₹1,00,000, if you make one and hold it up,
It doesn't mean anything. Yes.
does give you the satisfaction.
Right.
It doesn't. But then here you are holding a state power.
Hmm.
You see that you're sitting on a huge amount of resources and administrative control, your ED, your CBI, your IT, all those things, and and then you can you can change the character of the state.
Hmm.
That is why whether the supporters like it or not, but those people who are sitting there would like this kind of a thing.
Sure. And also, is it okay? I'm just sort of extrapolating a little bit here, because I know the Bihar SIR is also going on right now. So, and also in the Bihar SIR, there are cases like, which was revealed yesterday. There is some house number 6, an entire village is living in one house. 600, how many? 900 plus people in one house. And of course, people are asking the election commission, you're doing this intensive Bihar SIR exercise to fix these errors, and those are still showing up. I had Ayushi Kar from Reporters Collective on my channel just like 2 days ago. She did this wonderful story about how 80,000 people are clustered into a few houses. I was asking her the same thing, that have you seen errors like these happening before? And she said, yes, in the January 2025 list, the same errors are being shown in the Bihar SIR. But it's so bizarre when you think about it, that this was supposed to be like a cleanup exercise. It's showing the same sort of errors. What are we supposed to believe now?
And you mentioned about Anjaliji's RTI.
Yes, RTI. Yeah.
And she asked for file notings. She asked for the report of any independent
Correct.
assessment survey or evaluation or whatever. That's also not forthcoming. But there's one more interesting thing in that. You see, the election commission has been saying sources. No, election commission is sources only.
Yes, sources. Sorry. Yeah, of
Sources.
course.
See, they have been saying, because when they refused to divulge the names of the people who were deleted from the voters list,
Right.
if I
Right.
like, and they would refuse to publish the names, but sources went on saying that there were so many Bangladeshi infiltrators.
Yes. Yes.
Fair enough. But now, because the Supreme Court compelled them, they published the list.
Hmm.
So far, nobody had come across one single name against whom the election commission had noted this is a Bangladeshi infiltrator.
Correct.
Whom did you delete?
The
You,
poor,
delete,
mm,
you deleted
migrants.
all those who are unlikely to vote for BJP.
Yeah.
In plain language,
Yeah.
you can say minorities and Dalits and Adivasis and all that. Forget that.
Hmm.
The translation of that is that anybody who is unlikely to vote for BJP is deleted.
Correct.
Now, if I say this, tell me one good reason why what I said is faulty.
I mean, I would argue that I mean, because it's such a big election, even in Bihar, 7.9 crore people, the one reason that everybody gives that this scale of manipulation cannot happen is because there are these officers, there is like an entire machinery. Is everyone involved in this? Is that even possible? Because someone or the other will speak up.
See, when the atmosphere, when the fear factor is not there, people will speak.
Yeah,
But today there is a fear factor.
correct.
They won't. Probably tomorrow they might speak up.
Yeah,
But forget about whether you speak up or not, whether I speak up or not. Should it not be objectively revised?
yes.
You see, it's not a question of who objects it.
Correct. It's also not a question of who is winning. The voter roll needs to be clean.
Exactly. Now, there's one more thing that that widely gets circulated. I would like to put it to you and to your viewers. You see, people say, "Oh, 2025, 2024 elections are manipulated. You lost because somebody has lost the election, therefore they're complaining. Oh, is it okay? This Congress party, if they win Telangana, is that okay? Yes. If they win Karnataka, is that okay? If they lose Maharashtra, there is fraud, is it? This is the kind
Hmm.
of counter arguments.
Which is like, if you have rigged the elections, then you should win 100%. Like, why is that not happening? Yeah.
And if they've stolen, why did they steal only 240? They could have
Correct. Yeah.
stolen
Yeah.
400.
Yeah.
I'll come. I mean, these are two separate issues.
Yeah.
But I'll deal with the first one.
Right.
Why? I mean, is it not rigged in Telangana? Is it not rigged in Himachal Pradesh? Is it not rigged in Jharkhand? Why only Lok Sabha? Why only Maharashtra? These kind of arguments. Meghnad, you must be aware of casino.
Yeah. Casinos. Yeah.
Yeah, casino. Now, if you go to casino, you don't lose every game that you play.
Right.
If you lose every game that you play, you won't go back.
Yeah. Why would I go back? Also, I'll run out of money. Yeah.
But if you win one, lose another, if you win two and lose two, if you win three, if you lose only one, there is a hope that you will win.
Of course.
Therefore, you go on playing. You lose, but then you have a hope that you might win.
Right.
Therefore, what happens is that, ultimately what happens? Ultimately, the casino wins at the end of the day. Here,
Sure. Because I'm losing 2 rounds and winning one, the
Yeah.
casino gets more money from me anyway. So something like that. Yeah.
so, Jharkhand, not very important. Maharashtra is important because we have Dharavi.
Right.
Leave Jharkhand, take
Take
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra.
So that these are held together, and there is credibility. You see, you opposition won one election, and ruling party had won one election.
Interesting.
But these are two different things. Oh, Himachal Pradesh, take it. These are not very important. But Haryana is very important because I want to have Haryana government to stop the farmers from storming Delhi.
Right. Correct.
So this is the casino. The other one, I mean, why would anybody stop at 240? Why wouldn't they do 300, 400 or whatever? See, it's like this. It's like I go to the police station and complain that, my house was burgled. Then he would ask me, what did you lose? I lost this. Have you lost the entire thing? No, I have not lost the entire thing, but I've lost these things. Oh, what do you mean?
You should have lost the entire thing, then you could have come to me.
Then, only then, the theft is credible.
Right.
Isn't it akin to this kind of
Also, the police station will probably now ask, ki, sir, affidavit pe likh ke de do. Like, just give me an affidavit.
It is absurd. My point is this. Whether the theft is 1 seat or 2 seats, 1 vote or whatever, that's a different thing. But has there been irregularity or not? You see, if you announce the final polling figure after declaring the result, what sanctity does it have? One.
True.
And even today, more than 1 year after the election, second phase voting data fully is not yet out. And the rest of the phases, and you have so much of variation: 12.58, 12.48, 12.54, 12.222, 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%. What is this variation from? Where is this variation coming from?
Hmm.
And and see, the election commission's standard answer to this is, logistics. We have to get the data late night, or even, it might take time, and polling personnel, they're tired,
Hmm.
exhaustion. Okay, we talked about the historically, it never took more than
Yeah,
24
yeah.
hours.
Historically, this is a lie. Yeah.
But today it is very highly connected and robust infrastructure. Even put that also aside.
Yeah.
Look at Chandigarh, Meghnad. Chandigarh is a small constituency, just a little bit over 4 lakh votes,
Right.
614 booths.
Hmm.
It's a 15-kilometer radius.
Hmm.
And, can you imagine a town which is more well connected than Chandigarh?
Of course. Yeah.
With first class infrastructure,
Right.
road, Wi Fi, internet, everything.
Everything.
Why did you have to take 5 days to declare the final voting percentage for Chandigarh?
That's a
And
very good question. Yeah.
why was there about 12%? Why was there about more than 10%, or around 5%, 6%
Hike.
difference between provisional and the final figure? Where did this come from? Who are these people who stayed in queues after 5 o'clock or after 6 o'clock and voted? And if that is the case, then the conduct of election rules very clearly lays down um, set norms for it.
I
One,
believe this is where, so if you stay, just correct me, if you stay after 5 o'clock, you are given a token and the gates are closed and the election officials will give you a token and they are supposed to keep a note of how many tokens were given out.
correct.
And every person votes, they collect the tokens back and then they do a final tally of it. And that is noted down, all of it. And that is election evidence, if I believe.
Not only that, when they are voting, when they are in the queue, the election rules also say that they should be videographed.
CCTVs, of course.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, not CCTV.
No.
Not CCTV. They should be videographed. The
Oh,
additional voters will have to videograph, and it also says very clearly the videography should be done in their that their faces should be recognizable.
oh, wow. Oh, this is very interesting.
Where is that?
If I may, just one thing. I because I fought elections also in
Really?
Delhi. I fought elections. Yes, you didn't follow. Okay, anyway, I
I'm sorry.
fought an election as an independent candidate, and actually one of the reasons was because of our conversation. Also, there was like a lot of things buzzing in my head. I wanted to see all of this, which is like I wanted to go inside and check. That is why I know this whole token thing and everything because I asked everything. One of the things I saw, which is very interesting, which you pointed out, whenever I did anything with the election commission, there would be a guy with a camera on my face. I went to visit storerooms specifically. I told them I'm coming to visit the storeroom. I want to see it. They had to first bring a video camera guy, then they gave me a go ahead to come because then they had to like match the timings, etc. I'm like they video camera and handheld videos, not CCTVs. Um, Dramatic shots of me doing things. They have all of this, and they're not willing to reveal it.
And just before I move
Hmm.
on, Chandigarh, I mean, for your for the record and for your viewers' benefit, I would say the hike was 5.18%.
5.18%. Okay, huh?
Okay, now let's move on to this. You see, Mohammad Pracha went to the Punjab and Haryana High Court.
Correct. He was
About
asking for CCTV footage and all this evidence. Yeah.
and then the court asked the election commission to give it.
Yeah.
And you know what happened after that? In just 3 days' time, hurriedly, an executive order gazette notification had come out exempting the election commission from sharing the video footage and these
Hmm.
documents and all that. Yeah.
My
So now,
friend, Arvind Gunasekar, he has tracked that whole sequence of events, and he like date wise, and it was like extraordinary speed for a bureaucracy that is not even giving provisional figures for 5 days. They changed it in 3 days. Like it went from law ministry back, then election commission, and it was just changed. The rule was changed. These are all things that sort of make me question a lot of things, especially what Anjali shared yesterday also. It's just adding more and more to my doubts. Bihar SIR is like fuel to the fire. I wanted to ask you a question connected to this, which is what happens when people lose trust in the election commission? I think it's a bit of a profound question that I'm putting forward, because it only means that they don't trust elections anymore, which means what will happen in Bihar is a big, it's a big question for me, and I'm scared, honestly.
okay, let me take a while and answer this
Yeah.
because it needs
Sure,
comprehension.
sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Meghnad, one, of course, there's a huge amount of irregularities in the voters list throughout the country. SIR, if you look at the order, it is not only for Bihar, it's for
Hmm.
the country.
Yes.
They just started with
Started
Bihar.
with Bihar. Yes.
So it can happen to the entire country, which means that disenfranchisement is a huge industrial scale project.
Hmm.
Keep that in mind. One. The second thing is that, if you look at just the poll data given out by the election commission, you had a discrepancy of about 5 crore votes in 2024 general
Okay.
election,
Okay.
which made 79 seats change hands.
Right. Right.
Okay. Now, if this is not checked, if this is not questioned, if this is not arrested, next election, there could be 10 crore votes hike.
Correct.
And next to next election, there could be 20 crore vote hike.
Correct.
What will you do? Nobody can do anything.
Hmm.
And therefore, it is very important that a feet on the ground movement will have to come up to stop this.
Right.
Now, number two, you see, it is not only the LOP who talked about irregularities and duplication, etc., in the voters list.
Yeah.
One of the ruling party members, probably is a minister or an ex-minister, he also said he pointed out Raebareli constituency and said,
Yes. Anurag Thakur. Yes.
yeah, okay. Which means, to me, as a voter, I'm not a political party.
Hmm.
To me, there is across the aisle bipartisan consensus on irregularities in the voters list.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Isn't it? Can I infer that?
Of course. Of course. Yeah.
If I infer that, if ruling party says that there are two and may, two may, all that is
Yeah.
that is happening, Meghnad, which means that the Lok Sabha that is sitting today
Hmm.
is a creature of irregular voters lists in the country,
Right.
which means it has to go.
Correct. It has to go. Okay.
And the government which is now sitting is again a creature of this Lok Sabha,
Hmm.
which means the government has to go.
Hmm.
So we should have elections conducted, and of course the election commission has to go.
Yeah. Election. That's
And-
what. See,
and-
that's where. Go on. Go on. Sorry.
A proper, impartial kind of an election commission, impartially appointed, not appointed by the government driven selection committee.
Hmm.
Because the government has 2-1 majority.
Yeah.
With the deletion of taking out the
Chief Justice.
Chief Justice of India. So a proper lists, credible lists, and impartial implementation of the model code of conduct
Hmm.
where Mams, Mujra, Mangal Sutra are, objected to and punished.
Yeah,
And
yeah, punished. Like, I mean, at least the election commission should send them a letter.
they should be suspended. So if that, and only then we can have a credible house and a credible government.
I agree with you.
And Meghnad,
Huh?
if we all deceive ourselves, that is impractical. Let's do something or the other. Okay, let's fight this. Where does it end?
That's exactly my question. Yeah.
And I mean, my feeling. I'll tell you what.
Hmm.
My feeling. But we need to wind up.
Yes,
My
yes.
feeling is that if not today, tomorrow, there'll be a lot of resistance, of course. But if not today, tomorrow, the entire opposition will have to come to this conclusion that sitting in this house and fighting elections is of no use. So I am foreseeing a day when the entire opposition resigns from the Lok Sabha, doesn't fight elections, and goes for an agitation to reconstitute the Election Commission of India, completely clean up the electoral rolls, not cleansing,
Clean.
not the
Not what Bihar
ethnic.
SIR is.
No.
Yeah.
And I think one day or the other, if not today, tomorrow, they will have to come to this. Otherwise, we'll be living in a make-believe world.
That's precisely my fear, right? Because like from the way things are going, the Bihar elections are going to happen. The current election commission is the one that is going to conduct it, and nobody is going to trust it. Nobody, matlab, a large section of the population is not
But you
going to
see,
trust
there's
it.
a danger here.
Yes,
Because this is a very sophisticated game, as we've noted. This is
right.
like a techno thing. What happens if, after this kind of an agitation and all that, elections are held in Bihar and RJD Congress alliance wins? Then,
Oh, yeah.
uh, but see, there's a problem there. Then, okay, are you fine with it? No, I'm not fine.
I'm not fine with it either.
I'm not. But there is a danger. The entire temperature suddenly comes down.
That's true.
But you see, then what happens is that after that, if the present ruling dispensation wins every election, you can't question it.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened in Himachal Pradesh also, which is they still use that example. It's
Exactly.
actually very interesting what you said, and I have also been thinking about these scenarios because then the only option left for the opposition parties is total boycott.
Exactly. There's no alternative.
There's no alternative. Even if they win, they should be like, we don't trust this.
Yes. And you see, trusting, not trusting should not depend upon winning and losing. I would be very happy about Indian democracy if a winner comes out and says, "Look, I won it, but that was a fraud."
Right.
I'm not happy just because I won the election. No, that's not right.
I know you have to go. You're looking at your watch. I actually wanted to talk to you about more things, but I think
We'll
I will
have another
schedule
session sometime.
another call because I wanted to talk to you about Prashant Kishore and a bunch of things going on in Bihar as well. Would love to have you again on the channel soon.
Sure,
I know we tried 3 times and now we are finally making it happen. So let's hope the next time we do this, it can be a little longer.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
But thank you so much for coming, sir. And thank you so much for, talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.